my setup, episode number 219. We're going live on April 23rd, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And as always, we are joined by producer Tom.
So beautiful out, guys.
Oh, it is beautiful out. We have one of the doors open. You might hear a little tweet, tweet. You know, a little bit of that. And if so, get over it. It's really nice out.
It's Mother Nature, dude.
You had the bird like at the perfect timing. I don't know if you guys can hear every noise the birds make, but yeah, we're gonna hop right into the setups. First set of the day, submitted by Garret, who's 14. He uses a setup for watching movies and gaming. Now this, very simple, very straightforward. Sticking on that photo real quick, that's how you use the Signum. I know a lot of people give the claim to fame for the Signum being an easy way out of doing cable management. Most people just throw things into it, and yeah, that's kind of the case. But here, I think this is nice. We see use of rubber bands. We see everything's kind of nicely put into there, and we do see a little bit of the bend from the Signum. That's why I really think IKEA needs to reconstruct the way they do it and just make it a little bit longer with the arms. Because I don't know about you guys, if you try to put a power strip or something in there, it's always, especially a power brick, it's always super tight. So, hey, IKEA, I know you're listening, all right? Make it longer. Definitely do that. Not longer like that, but I guess taller. Anyways, do you guys agree with that? Looking at the main photo, though, very simple, very straight to the point. Not a lot to it. You know, he's really all out with the Alex drawers, the Alex riser, single monitor, Alienware PC, which is funny. I actually have the same exact one. Not as like my daily. I actually never used it. I gave it to my buddy. But I like it because it's nice and small. It fits there. It's good. I definitely think you want to get more accessories down the road. For instance, speakers. I don't see. Do you see headphones?
Nope.
I don't see any headphones. Also, I'd maybe do something to kind of not make it feel so small in such a big, crazy room, which I think that can include anything like a side table or something like that. If you eventually build a PC, you know, you could put it on the side. Just a little something to fill up that space because, yeah, those lights are cool, but it looks like all this stuff in the center and just an empty, open room. So I don't know if you want to figure something out with that. I think definitely utilizing the rest of the room would be beneficial. As far as above the setup, you know, the shelves I think are interesting. I don't know if that's exactly how I would have done it. I would have used the shelves for actual objects and then mounted the canvases and such along the wall. But don't you think he should utilize more of the wall as well?
Yeah, I just wonder what he would put on the shelf itself because he seems like to be a minimalistic type of person. So I don't know what he would put on the shelf itself. I think it's fine for now, but definitely look down the road for little knickknacks you can throw on there. Yeah,
and I think he's got, you know, this colorful Rubik's Cube. Be really cool. I don't know if you're like super into Rubik's Cubes or it was just something cool to put on your desk, but like a little pop of color here and there would definitely help. Just, you know, and there's going to be a lot of loud cars today, but you know, that's life. Just a little something to kind of add a little pizzazz. But a lot of people are kind of talking shit on it, and I don't think that's really warranted. I think it's a great setup. So
yeah, it's very straightforward.
Yeah, it's just not like mind-boggling.
No.
Next setup submitted by Hameed. He's 16. He's working on a Star Wars puzzle right now. So he said when he's done with it, he's gonna actually hang it up on that open space, which is good. He said that because I was about to be like a huge douche about it. So still, obviously, it's going to take off points because it's not done yet. And he said he didn't care about his cable management prior to watching the show. And he says now he takes it very serious. You can see right there some hardcore zip tying going around. So that's interesting. We'll talk about that. And he actually says he has a separate room altogether for his consoles. So this is just mainly focused on like his Mac Mini. And then, you know, off to the side, he's got his tablet and everything. So that's what he's working with here. Now, for me, I had to include all these photos because it really kind of paints the full photo, get it, of what the setup's like. Because honestly, you see the first photo and you're like, theme, where's the theme? And then you look at the next photo and you're like, oh, that's a super cool shelf. I definitely think maybe some lights up in there, like a nice strip across would look sick, illuminate that. And then, yeah, you have this spot underneath that definitely needs to be utilized. You already said what you're going to do with it, so that's cool. Then we go to the third photo, and interesting, okay? I definitely think that this is not terrible because, listen, he has all these cables and stuff, but look how neat they are. And I think what's great about this is I would assume he takes this on the go. He didn't say anything about that, but he can easily unplug and he's out of there. But then when he hops back, he's all set, plugs it in, everything's the right length. It just kind of works. Now, having the headphones there, I think that's cool. He says he's actually able to bring the headphones between both rooms and they like wirelessly connect. So that's awesome. Little things like maybe get like a tablet riser or something so that it's at a good height. I think it's a little too low. And then also something like the controller, if you really want to go above and beyond, get like a little storage bin for that. But then if we go to the fourth photo, this is just, to me, it looks like everything pushed into one small little area of the desk. Plus you have like an iPad and stuff like that. Too cramped in my opinion. I definitely think you can give it some breathing room. It'll look a lot nicer. And I think honestly having the Mac Mini there, in addition to the Beats, which, Beats pill. But like all that stuff, cool. It's all the same color scheme. You got the brushed aluminum look, whatever. I just think it's like all right there. So would you get the same vibe?
It's the mouse pad, because like if you had an extended mouse pad or no mouse pad at all, it would look less crowded. But that mouse pad is so white compared to the desk that's black, it kind of like makes it look way more crowded than it actually is.
Yeah, that's actually a good point because it looks ginormous.
Yeah.
I agree with that, and I just think obviously, really, goddamn, you want to stop, you little bitch? Okay.
It's a gang of motorcycles.
Yeah, probably. If you look at the second photo, you can really see how much excess room he has in the corner. And I think they have really cool ways to display a Mac Mini. I think that would be nice to push that over. Put a tablet stand in the corner. Really kind of take the things you don't need right on the right side and push it over to the middle. It'll help quite a bit. And I definitely think that's something you should do. So, I just think it's a pretty simple setup. Raise up the tablet, kind of move things over on the right side, and you'll be all set. No reason to kind of push yourself all to the edge on the right side. But I think, a lot of people are going to be like, we could see the cables, but actually, technically, they're all managed, and that's all that matters. So I like it. Not bad at all. Next set of the day, submitted by Eemil, or Eemil. This double Emil. And there's like an F-18 going by right now. Hopefully we don't get bombed. Anyways, he's 15. Uses set it to play Overwatch and CSGO. Uses the TV for Netflix and to play console games. And he said he's going for a red and black theme, which is a big no-no. You do not tell me you're going for that, because now I'm going to talk about all the other things that kill your theme. 10 out of 10, just destroyed it. Which I think it's pretty obvious. The lemon drinks, what the
I think it matched it perfectly, dude.
Jaffa. That's awful. Get rid of that. Burn it. I don't know. Gotta go. But hey, I don't know if you guys saw what I saw, okay? But the left side, why? That looks like 2 mini fridges on your desk. What the hell are you doing? What the? How? Yeah, right?
I mean, I guess if you want to be deaf later in life, you can use those.
What do you put it on, like volume 1? And you're like, yeah, that's loud, dude. Put it on volume 2, like, shit, it's like a party in here, dude.
I'm gonna put on headphones.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put on headphones for today. Honestly, that, although you probably love it, it sounds like so crisp and so good. Throw it out. Burn it. How about this? How about you put them into the curtain, tie up the curtain, and throw it off a bridge?
I think they're cool if you put them like in a living room or like entertainment room, like not in your setup. It just doesn't work like that.
Especially because you have the older equipment to run it, because they don't look like they're, fairly new. So you have this issue where you just gotta get rid of it. Definitely, like Tom said, if you had a room with a huge TV, that might make a little bit more sense. When it's bigger, literally bigger, one of them is bigger than the monitor, that's an issue. Not a huge fan. I think it's cool. I think they're great, but it's not for here. So definitely, it's got to go. Also, the left side, I definitely think just, you have the drawers, put the controllers in there. That's going to help a lot. You could always mount the original Xbox underneath. He said that this isn't a Linmon tabletop, although it may look like it. He's using the Olov legs and then the Alex drawers, and it's a hardwood top that they just, put the legs to. So since it's hardwood, you could easily mount stuff like the original Xbox underneath. It'll free up a lot of space, and definitely, I mean, like your computer, which is a decent sized case, looks like, a miniature computer. It definitely, I don't like it because it takes away from the rest of your setup. Next, I think as far as the actual monitor arrangement in the second photo, I don't like it. I don't think that the usability is completely there. You're going for what I can see, a single primary, single secondary, and then the auxiliary above. You need to center yourself to the main monitor. You know, you said you like to play Overwatch. We see what you're doing there, trying the game, but like, I don't think that's super comfortable. You kind of like, I just think of the way that I play. I don't know if you're the same. I don't think I like it as much. But let me know what you guys think. Also, I don't know the full usage of the above monitor. You know, I don't like the spot. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. It also seems weird. You have like a single shelf for your VR, but I mean, whatever. And then the other shelf above seems to be underutilized. But I mean, if we go to the third photo, you kind of get a closer look. I forgot we had that photo. I mean, goddamn, that is, ugh.
It is bigger than the TV. If
is.
you put it sideways, it'll cover the TV, basically.
Yeah, it's asinine. And I think having that curtain there just completely turns it off for me, even more than I was already turned off. It's not a bad setup though. Cable management's great. Out of sight, out of mind. Honestly, it's pretty good. You minus those speakers, the desk is close to empty. So I think it's a great setup. I'm not a huge fan of the canvas above because I feel like it's all unproportionate. It doesn't make too much sense, but it's an easy fix. Very, very easy. So let's not waste any more time. Hop into the next setup submitted by Will. I feel like we've seen this before, but I couldn't find his original submission. I feel like this is the same room, same desk, same. I just feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's interesting. And someone said that haircut. It's not a haircut. It's called I didn't do anything with my hair, you bitch. Really, I need to get a haircut tomorrow. Anyways, next setup.
Submitted by.
Skip over.
You completely forget about it.
So his name's Will. He's 16. He's set up for gaming, and this is an easy fix. The room is cool, a lot of personality, very interesting, simple desk. I think the desk is like $100 on Amazon, not bad at all. The PC's got to go down. I don't know if the PC will. It looks like it may just fit to the right side of the desk on the floor. If not, put it on the inner side. Center yourself to the desk. You get a lot more breathability. The speakers will feel a lot nicer. Get something for the headphones underneath. Super easy. I mean, there's not a lot to it. It's a very straightforward single monitor setup. Cable management underneath. Although I think it looks great in the first photo. The second photo is like a spaghetti monster. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So although it's not seen in the first photo, I do think maybe a little bit of love and care will help it out.
Yeah.
It's like when you got really curly hair, and you just sometimes you need to straighten it.
Yeah, for a good day, you know?
Yeah. It's not,
and Atsu said in the chat or whatever that maybe he'd be better off against the left wall.
It's true. I do see why he put himself in this spot specifically, because it just kind of fits nicely, and it gives him
snug.
A little bit of contrast in the walls, and I get it. I like it. I don't think that is an option. Of course, you could always rearrange your desk, but if you want to keep it there, just put the PC on the bottom. It's a ginormous case, which is really, I mean, don't you feel like a little claustrophobic just sitting right there?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in that one spot. And a headphone stand or a headphone clamp underneath the desk would be great, but
yeah, I already said that, Tom. God damn it, you even listen to me?
No.
Yeah, I figured. Really super simple setup, right?
Yeah.
Super simple setup.
I love the stuff on the wall. Super awesome.
SSS, triple S. Super simple setup. Anyways, next set of the day is submitted by Stan. 25 years old, dental assistant who enjoys playing games in his free time. So, first off, second off, okay, anyways, really though, this setup is amazing. Really nice looking. I really, really, really like it. As far as what to change, there are definitely a few things that I think could be fixed, and by fixing it, this setup can easily be like a 99.3.5. And I think that's the max you can get on this.
I think so.
If I'm just going to be that guy. So here's the thing. First thing I notice is the subwoofer bottom left, although I love that you have it on a little something. It looks good there. Just the cable, just a little bit more work. Like literally easy fix, and it will definitely help. Second, why put the art there? I mean, it's cool that it's literally the same wallpaper on your wall, but the problem is you completely skipped it. You know what I mean? It's just you're passing it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I think there's a better way to utilize the wall, and I think having it in that spot makes it look not as good as it could. I would probably get rid of that, stick to bigger art. I just feel like on a setup like this, everything's got to be big, not like super small. So that's one thing. The left side looks like you just didn't care because you got the right side double drawers to fit the PC, but then the left side's like, yeah, nobody likes me. So I would definitely do something there because especially looking at the left leg in the first photo, it looks so thin. So like not having a drawer next to it makes the desk look like a little bitch, right? Like a little wimp.
I can see that, yeah.
So like, and it's not even, obviously it's supporting everything fine. I'm just saying aesthetically pleasing would be symmetry, not necessarily this asymmetric right side's got way more than the left. But that's just me bitching
because he's got symmetry pretty much everywhere else. Because like the stuff on the desk is like symmetrical, everything on the wall is symmetrical. It's like why not do this same thing on the left side?
It's actually I didn't even think to say it like that. That's perfect. I mean, look at under the monitors. That is symmetry right there. And
just get another PC and have
do the same thing and it'll look great. I definitely think that's something to think about. A lot of people are saying the desk is warping. I want to say it's the angle of the photo, maybe, but I'm not sure. I mean, I hope not. That is a wide load being dispersed to the middle off that monitor arm. But by the way, props on how nice you were actually able to mount it. They're like super lined up. I like it a lot. But I'm never a fan of quad displays. I don't understand what you really, because I think about my setup when I tried to do ultra wide above my ultra wide, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like doing that. It's uncomfortable. I don't really get the full use of the whole display. I think it's kind of overkill here, but at the same time, you know, personal opinion, the way he uses it, if he really needs it, then go for it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's the angle. It's
definitely the angle because this photo looks fine. But once again, it's the angle.
It's just kind of hard to tell in pictures, but I agree with Tom. Symmetry, you started it, you got to keep going. Also, the other thing I'll say is the Bose speakers. They're sexy, they're great. I understand what you're doing for the symmetry. I think they have to be a little bit higher because right now they're like, obviously sound doesn't actually work where it hits into the keyboard and it's like, nah, I'm done. Yeah, it's not going to work ever again. But I think they just need to be a little bit higher. That's just me being a bitch. But I think it's a super cool setup. I love where you put the headphones. I love the PC. I think it's great. If you really want to take the PC to the next level, if you zoom in on the first photo, you can kind of see just a little bit. Tech Flex, we hear about all the time from Mr. Snazzy Q. Definitely something to do to just kind of take to the next level. I think it's great. I like it a lot. It's a super cool, unique setup. Just utilize the wall space a little bit better. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we already talked about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, this almost looks like the brother setup.
I know, you were doing the thumbnail options, and I'm like, which ones are they different?
Yeah, they basically look like the same setup, just a little bit of variety. So this setup is submitted by Robin. Now, the difference is Stan was 25, Robin is 14.
Okay.
So big difference there. He uses a setup for gaming and making YouTube videos. Didn't give me his link, but you know, if you're watching the show, feel free to drop it in the comments. He's also a big fan of Iron Maiden. He's got the LPs up above. He's got the wallpapers, all that stuff. So I definitely have a good way to fix this because I think you're not utilizing the walls as well as you could. And I understand you like the LPs, you like what you're going for, but I think you could put something a little bit bigger there, kind of like maybe a decal of the logo, something bigger. And I would take those LPs, put them on the left side, right there, and just stack them on top of each other. Not on, like literally like where they're touching, just a little bit.
You put them over each other.
Yeah, it's like you could flip through if you want to see them. But I definitely think if you did that, that would help quite a bit. And then you could really utilize that wall space above for something a little more like right there. Because otherwise I feel like it's too small and I have to kind of like look close and be like, what is that? What is that one on the right? What's that one on the left? The one in the middle is a little bit easier to see. But yeah, you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that, yeah.
Before we talk about the rest, because I know there are a lot of photos, let's go through. The second photo is this. Third photo, cable management, great job. Fourth photo, I thought this was super cool, the way that he like displayed everything. The room is sick.
Yeah.
It's a really cool room. The fifth photo shows, I mean, this is what happens. You got to go for a twin-size bed if you want a cool setup, depending on the size of your room. And, you know, he was like, whatever, I only sleep there for a little bit. But yeah, I think that the setup is really cool. The room is really cool. You did a great job. I love the red against the white and wasn't just all red. I think it helps. But I think overall, having the PC there, it looks like it's getting a little close to the edge. I understand what you're going for. Definitely kind of move that around, maybe a little bit into the back. He's got a little mini fridge. He's got the white arm, the headphone stand, a lot of cool accessories. I just think that you need stuff like speakers. How can you like Iron Maiden and not have speakers? You know, but I have headphones. I can just listen to. Oh God,
Help me.
I definitely think, you know, speakers. You want to do what the other guy did. Get the ginormous ones and put them right on your desk. Or mount them on the wall.
PC on the floor. Just
mount them sideways and have them like leaned over. Yeah. That way, like Iron Maiden did.
And a lot of people are saying the monitors are not aligned properly. But
I think maybe
it's always tough with that.
The side ones look a little bit lower, but I don't think they're, in this photo at least, they look pretty much fine. Again, unless you've actually tried to do it, you wouldn't realize how much of a bitch it is. Like, I know it's easy to, like, if you go to the fourth photo, they just look like they're a little bit lower. I would say that's about it. Fourth photo. Yeah.
That was the fourth photo. This is the third photo. This is the second photo.
Oh, third. I can't read. Here I'm getting pissed. I'm like, God damn it, Ty said fourth photo. But really, I don't think it's that off. I mean, whatever. Until you try, you can't really critique that shit. I'll just say. And I've tried it, and that's why I'm like, nah. But not much else to say unless you did.
No, I mean, yeah.
Good.
I love the theme. The red and white looks cool.
Yeah. Okay. Next setup submitted by Jimmy, who's 10. 10. 10. 10 you thought old. The last guy was spoiled? Check this shit out. Really, though, what the hell? 10 years old, avid gamer. I love it. That was his word selection. Loves basketball and soccer, or football, as some people would say. Now, super easy setup to fix. This was just basically, you know, you take a big stack of cash and you throw it at a wall, and all of a sudden you have a setup.
That means he was born in 2007.
That creeps me out. No offense, Jimmy, but what the?
Jimmy, you have more stuff than me.
I'm
a 22-year-old old man.
Bro, you double your age. I'm older. Oh my God. I never felt old until today. Someone said he's not 10. He's clearly lying. He's probably 45. Can you imagine, like, a 45-year-old guy
like, I'm going to be 10 for this.
They think I'm a little bitch.
Nah, Jimmy's definitely a 10-year-old.
Yeah. 10 years old. This setup is badass. If I was 10 and I had this, I would be beyond excited. But I didn't. So, whatever. Here's the problem. Cable management, it's a different kind of desk. It has this sort of like weird grill sort of thing. I see zip ties. Holy shit. Okay. I think it's pretty cool. It's nice. It's different. It's not as pleasing in that main part, but it's not that bad. It's good. Now, the other thing that I'm not a huge fan of in the second photo is just look at that and just take a second and think, like, isn't that kind of a lot in a little area? I think it's the desk that really is kind of hurting you the most. But, I mean,
your parents bought you all this. Why can't they buy you a new desk?
Yeah, right? What are they, little bitches? Huh? Really, though, I mean...
Tell them what's up.
This dude's got Sonos. Like, if you go back to the second photo and zoom in on top of the Xbox, like, how much money is in this setup? Honestly, that Sonos bridge right up there is crazy. You know, you have your games there, not a great spot for the games. You got your receiver, which, that's a big receiver. You want it somewhere else. You want to space this stuff out. Your speakers seem to go... They should be going a little like this, or just straight for that matter. Also, they kind of look like they're probably too close to the monitor. You might want to get some breathing room. And the desk is dope. It really is, because this desk, if I'm not mistaken, that desk is like what they would use to put the equipment underneath. Okay, Jesus, that's like a gunshot. Underneath the display, and then they can have, like, you know, their nice little keyboard, and then sometimes they have the underneath rack for the piano and stuff, or the MIDI keyboard, whatever. But that's not what you're trying to do. I mean, you have some crazy equipment, but this isn't the same equipment that you would use, unless you can server mount your Xbox, you know. And I just think, like, look at the headphones. They're kind of pushed into the corner there. Not really the best. But I think it's cool. It's definitely nice. I don't think the laptop is really well suited for that spot either. A little too close for me. But I think that's what he's running off of. So he's probably needs to figure out a better spot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. I don't know if there's really a good spot for it. And then of course the TV or monitor above, that's stupid. Sorry, but I just think that it's got to be drop down quite a bit.
Rip and dip.
Rip and dip. He probably put that over himself. He's like, yeah, my name's Rip and Dip. I'm 10 and I'm a Rip and Dip. But I love the pop vinyl shelves you can see in the back. Like, that looks sick. That's like the perfect size. We see another one in the third photo. Badass. So here's the question of the day. Is he actually 10? Drop it down below. If you're watching live, let us know. 111 if he is, 222 if he's not. If you're watching later on, then go ahead and drop the numbers in there. We'll see what you have to say. And that's that. So now, final setup of the day. We're going to stay right here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about our buddy Nick, who is 12 years old. Third time on the show. He said third time's a charm. I hate to be that guy, but Nick, it's not. It's not
always.
Not this time. Now, all along, his problem was cable management, and he said he's finally purchased an IKEA kit, like a $5 kit, definitely recommend it, to fix his cables. So, this was his first submission, but he ends up updating his original submission. So this was like the first photo we received. I wanted to throw it in just to kind of give you an idea. I mean, not only has his room improved quite a bit and it looks super cool now, just keep an eye on the cable management, right? Pretty shitty. And he's 12, so I should probably not be as mean. Next photo, I mean, look at what he did. Like, big upgrade on everything. This is still his first submission. You know, he's got his bed moved over. This is what we critiqued. I said, you know, the foam in the corner, like, what the hell? And
the cable are fine, but, you know, like...
yeah. You know, the desk had too much on it. I said you need more posters to fill up that space. Really kind of move things around. Remember? So a lot of people in the chat now are saying, oh, that guy. Yeah. So, okay. Next submission, this was a fast pass, right? So he paid to get onto the show. And it looked like, yes, he did the foam. He got more posters and stuff. But the problem is, like, his cables are still bad. And I said, hey, you have too much on your desk, right? So he's like, yeah, whatever, dude. So now what he's doing is he fixed his cables, or so he said. So in this photo, at first glance, you're like, okay, there's a lot behind the monitors, right? And this is another fast pass, may I add. Yeah, okay, there's a lot behind the monitors. There's still a lot of shit on the desk, like a water bottle, I mean, whatever. And then, you know, you go to the next photo and you get a closer look at, oh, wow, yeah, there are a lot of cables. Why does he have so many damn cables? And then you go to the next photo and you're just like, what the hell? Okay. Okay. Okay, so the bottom right corner, we're seeing just like, I don't even know if you could fully see that in the... Yeah. Okay. And then under the desk, under the Xbox power adapter, you see the little white things on that black cord? Yeah, right there. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, those things. If I'm not mistaken, if you got the exact kit I'm thinking of, those should have like little nails in them. And you just put it onto the bottom of the desk and they stay. Which I think is what he did for some of it until he gave up, left the things on there, and decided to just, masking tape, which I'm pretty sure doesn't come in the IKEA kit. So, I mean, I got to give you props for trying. It looks like a tornado coming out of the subwoofer, but you did try. At least now a majority of it is to the bottom of the desk, even though it looks like one of the previous setups with the spaghetti monster. But, yeah, I mean, you either go for it all the way, or just don't do it at all. I don't think that, like, the half-assed middle attempt is really going to work. You know? It doesn't look that good. Now, hear me out. It's not just your cable management, because I think you have too many things, and that's why the cables become such an issue. I mean, look at the speaker placement. Look at the amount of games you have on, the multiple consoles. You have lights and tripods and microphones and mix amps and, like, just a lot of shit. I mean, your mouse pad needs to be plugged in. I mean, that's when you know. You got a webcam. You got everything you could possibly think of is put on that desk. And I definitely think what you need to do is to make your setup great, because it's not hard to do, Nick. It really isn't. Even if you're 12, I don't care how old you are. You could just come out of the uterus and have a nice setup. So,
Goo goo gaga.
Goo goo gaga, bitch. But anyways, really, all you need to do is literally take everything off the desk, take it all away. Do the thing I always say, swipe. Just knock it all off. Break some stuff. It's all good. You probably have the money for it. Put it all on your bed. Put it in another room, whatever. And then start. What's the first thing you want? Put the monitor on there, right? Put both monitors on. Get them in the perfect spot. And don't plug anything in yet. Keep it all unplugged. Put the monitors, put the speakers, make sure in the good spot. You know, where do you want your consoles to be? Guess what? You don't want the games there. Take the games away. Keep them for storage, which you need. You need storage under that desk. If you have storage, you can put the subwoofer next to the drawer and have the cables go behind the actual aux drawer. It helps with cable management a lot. And if you do that, you can spread everything out. I think the soft boxes, I don't really hate, because I guess you want to do streaming and stuff, but I think you could actually, like how we have it here, we have little $10 mounts, so you could screw it into the wall and like angle them down and stuff. That would help a lot. If you do that, it makes cable management so much easier. You can pull the desk out too when you do this. So when you finally get everything in the right spot, you start feeding through the cables and keep them all in one nice, big, not every single cable in one strand, but keep them in strands, zip tie it as you go. It'll help quite a bit. Someone said, let's see, USB hub behind the monitors. Yeah, you want to utilize the big objects. So behind the monitor, that's where a lot of people hide AC adapters and different things like that. You want all the crazy stuff to be behind the scenes. And then you could feed the monitor cables that do have to go down. You could feed it down the back of the monitor arm. It helps quite a bit. And also here, I think maybe like a monitor riser, a monitor arm will help, because you can have the free floating invisible cable look. It definitely would make a difference. I think it's not a bad setup. It's just how you're utilizing it. Can't speak. I'm just trying. I have so much to say, There's
a lot to say about the setup.
I feel bad, because like this is your second Fast Pass, your third time on the show, and you did make the attempt, but you got to just go for it. And masking tape, it's not the end of the world, but it will probably come off eventually. It'll probably give out. So that's all I have to say for him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about his setup. Definitely an interesting trilogy.
The trilogy.
Yeah, if you have any feedback for him or any of the other people, let us know by dropping a comment. But now it's time for the scores. Garret 82, Hameed 76, Eemil 66, Will 78, Stan 86, which whoa. I definitely think this could be higher, but I do think I did a pretty good job scoring it. He did tie the next guy, Robin, and I kind of did it on purpose, because I want to know, what do you like more? Do you like the whole room, the whole room and theme and all that Robin's going for, or do you like the more badassery, straight to the point kill that Stan did? Let me know. I do think Stan could easily bump his score up, though. Jimmy 74 and Nick 54. Very nice score there yet again. But that's gonna do it for this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode 219. We're live on April 23rd, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can follow me on Twitter at Philly. And as always, we're joined by producer Tom at Thomas Philly. Go follow him. That's it. We'll be back for Tom Takeover Tuesdays coming up very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Tuesday, whatever.